The Carolina Panthers are in our nation's capital today as they prepare to take on the Commanders. There's a live look over there. It's already 48 degrees there, and there's a growing list of injuries with the Panthers, and there is a high chance it's affecting their chances of winning. Joining us now, Charlotte's
There's a
first
high
line.
chance it's going to, yeah, sure.
There's a high chance
like
it
that.
affects the
That's-
winning
yeah,
way.
there's
You
a high
like
chance
that,
it affects
right?
Their chances. Yeah, I like that, yeah.
48 degrees. Brandon Lawson was saying it's going to get hotter in Washington, D.C. today before the game. Hopefully, it's our Panther receivers burning the Commanders' defenders, right?
I like the way you went with that. Now, I do have some good news, obviously.
Okay.
Deontay Johnson, there was some rumors that he might not be able to go in this one. According to the most recent report from the NFL Network, he will be able to play. This really sums up what kind of season the whole team has been having in regard to injuries. Missed the last 2 days of practice, Wednesday and Thursday, with both ankle and hamstring injuries. He comes back on Friday in a limited practice and still in a non-contact drill manages to hurt his ribs. Now that is something that only someone as skilled as I would be able to pull off just by lifting your arm. Oh, I hurt my. But the good news is, even though his ribs are hurt, he probably will be able to go today, and that is an option for Andy Dalton to throw to. And we know he didn't have many of them these days.
I was going to say, and Johnson has been a favorite of Dalton, it
Yeah.
seems like, down there. But when we talk about, okay, so Johnson's back from his injury, but there's been a lot of other injuries that we've been talking about. We're close to, what did you say? I think the last time it was 8 people that aren't going to play?
Yeah, eight people. It was 6 on Friday. It was upgraded to 8 on Saturday, though those two guys were on the mend coming back from injury. So it was unlikely Jonathan Brooks with Jaden Daniels were going to play, but they are officially out. So 8 in all. That injury report, I was looking at the differences between Carolina's and Washington's. It's quite significant. I mean, you see the paragraph size for Washington about that, and the paragraph size for Carolina about that. Thanks for having me on there. There we go, right there. No, as I was making this incredible visual right there, you guys were right on them all. Yeah, this is it right here. First 8 guys on your screen are out. We still don't know about Jadeveon Clowney. He missed last week's game with the Falcons. We do know about Taylor Moton. He's going to miss a second straight game. This is a guy that had never missed a game. A'Shawn Robinson was hurt in the week last week to the Falcons. He's also out, so the defensive line is hurting. They're not going to put this defensive line in the Smithsonian. I can guarantee you that. This is not a season to remember. Carolina is on pace right now to give up the most points ever in NFL history. That's how bad it's been.
Well, let's talk about that then, Mike. What do we have coming on the field? I mean, is it going to take an act of Congress for them to get a win today? Or what are they going to be able to do there with the Commanders?
Third downs are a particular concern for Carolina, and they should be with Jaden Daniels roaming the field. That's a mad Jaden Daniels, a guy coming off a loss last week to Baltimore. Until then, this guy was in contention not only to win the Rookie of the Year, which he still is, but also the MVP. The fact of the matter is, J.C. Horn says it's a mental thing at this point, but I don't think it is. I think you have to be fair, and I know football fans, by and large, are not fair. They just want to win, but when we're looking at this team, there are so many guys hurt. You got backups of backups playing, and I know you have to be really good to make it to the NFL. There's no doubt about that, but from first stringers to second stringers to third stringers, there's a significant drop-off. They just don't have the talent right now with all the injuries.
Well, I can tell you this. I looked at the injury report, and you're not on there,
No,
so that
no.
means you're going to be there with BBKL. What do you guys have coming up?
We got a lot, actually. We're talking to Brady Christensen, who now is filling in at center for the injured Austin Corbett. He talks about the opportunity as well as he had a similar injury that Austin Corbett is dealing with now, so he talks about how he dealt with it and how he thinks Austin's going to bounce back. The story that I'm excited about is we're talking video games. We got Greg Olson,
yeah.
Carolina Panthers legend. I know you're an avid video gamer. I know that's what you're doing up to the minute that you're here. He is one of the announcers in the new Madden game. And that, to me, is just one of the coolest things. And we talked about the process, what he had to do, the situations, how many hours he logged in the studio saying line after line after line. It really is a cool thing. The finished product is amazing. And there's just so much work into making it amazing. We're going to talk about it.